If you're constantly being influenced and moved by what other people think about you, it means there's a deficiency in what you think about you.
That is the most ridiculous advice. I don't care how many followers the person has that's telling you this, they could not be more wrong. It's ridiculous and it's nonsense. There's no reason simply because of your age that you should not be after it, that you can't be hustling. Is it 18? Is it 28? Is it 38? It's ridiculous because there isn't a number. If you've got the desire to win, if you want to be somebody, if you want to make your dreams come true, I don't care if you're 12 years old or 82 years old, your age is irrelevant. It's a form of ageism to tell a young person just be patient. If you're like me, my mom and my dad didn't give me a business. I didn't start on second or third base like some of these people that are telling you somehow to be patient. I had to pick myself up by my bootstraps and make something of my life. And frankly, the sooner you get going, the sooner you start working on yourself, the sooner you make progress, the sooner you're going to get there and enjoy your life. And so don't listen to that crap. Think about this. When I was in my 20s, I made 6 figures early in my 20s. By the time I was 30, I was making 7 figures. By the time I was 40, I was earning an 8-figure income. What if somebody had told me, cool it, be patient, don't worry about it? My entire life would be different. I wouldn't be looking at the ocean, living oceanfront now, or flying on my jet, or taking care of my parents.
When you're journeying through life and you're going down the pathway of success, you're going to run into several problems, and one of those is not believing in yourself. But you need to make sure that you are constantly believing in you no matter what, because other people are going to tell you what you can and what you can't do, but you need to ignore them and don't listen to them because they aren't in control of your life. You are. You need to listen to you and know what you need to do and make the best decision for you and you alone, because you need to worry about yourself and that's it. You don't have to make sure anybody else is doing what they're supposed to. So you should make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to and living the life that you were meant to live, because you should be doing the best that you can every single day. Wake up and try to improve little things here and there, and along the line you will see great growth, great improvement, and insane progress. But there will be people out there who say that you cannot do something, and those are the people that you should be excited to listen to, because those are the people that you get to prove wrong. You get to go out there and work your tail off, bust your butt, and figure out ways to make sure that they feel like an idiot, make sure they feel wrong for what they said, and it turns out they actually motivated you to do it. So when you tell them, you said, hey, you told me I couldn't do it, I would fail. Look at me. I might have failed then, but I figured it out. I pushed through. I continued to work on my craft and do whatever I could to grow and to learn and to mature into ways in which I would become successful and be able to prove you wrong and stand here today and be more successful than you.
I'm not a big guy, right? I was always undersized. I didn't start lifting weights until college. So when I went away for my scholarship in college, I was 150 pounds. So to play Division I big time baseball, I was really small, and I had a great mentor I could tell you about in a minute that helped me with my weightlifting. But long story short, no, my confidence comes from my work ethic. Self-confidence is really someone who keeps promises to themselves. So when I meet somebody who says, I lack self-confidence, I know intuitively this person has not consistently kept promises they make to themselves. Because self-confidence is really like your reputation with yourself. If you've got a great reputation with yourself and you know you can trust you, you're not so concerned about your reputation and what other people think about you. So if you're always worried about what people think about you, it's because you really don't think great about yourself. And you don't think great about yourself because you lack self-confidence. And you lack self-confidence because you keep not keeping the promises you make to yourself. So my confidence came from my preparation and from my consistently doing the things I told myself I was going to do. So I built this reputation where I trust me. And that was where my confidence comes from.
My family, no one ever talked about winning. We never went on a vacation. There was nothing like that. No one ever thought big. The fact that things have turned out the way they have for me is pretty ironic because it was never discussed. No one ever told me, hey, you can be anybody you want to be, or you could be successful. Well, one thing I had as a kid is I was an athlete. I was a very good athlete. So I played baseball. That was my sport. I played college baseball. I played after college professionally for a while. So my self-confidence came from my ability to be a pretty good performer when it came to sports. That's what transformed my life.
I liked the feeling eventually that I affected somebody. I liked the feeling that maybe the first time I spoke, I didn't affect anybody. That second time, maybe there were 40 people and maybe one person I helped. And I had this very weird capacity now to focus on the ones I help. I actually focus. If I speak to 50,000 people, there's got to be 3,000 people there who think I suck. There has to be. There's at least 30, right? There's someone who does. And if I obsessed over those 30 people, that's what made me nervous. I was obsessed with just basically reaching somebody. So the irony was, the beginning of my speaking career, it was my anxiety and fear of it that was what was inspiring about me. not the words I said. Over time, I think the words became more inspiring, but I found what was inspiring about me, what put them in spirit. And it was overcoming my anxiety and fear of actually doing what they saw. I was at the gym yesterday, and a woman drove by me in a wheelchair at the gym. I was working out pretty hard, and she wheeled by me, heavy-set lady in a wheelchair. I'd be honest with you, I watched her wheel past me. She inspired me. Do you know what courage it takes to get in your wheelchair and decide, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym. She's heavy-set, awkward. That inspired me far more than the jacked up dude doing 60-pound curls. I mean, that's inspiring, but you see that. A woman in a wheelchair at a gym with her 2-pound dumbbells because her legs don't work, but she went in there anyway. She was right in there working out right next to them, right? I couldn't take my eyes off her. I couldn't take my eyes off her. And I ended up telling her that she was leaving. I left what I was doing, I walked over, I said, I just want you to know something. You're inspiring me. This is wonderful. Her face just lit up because you know how sad how insecure she was about being in there. The most inspiring person is the one overcoming the fear of doing something, not the person who's excellent at it.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.